So you were playing Ghost Recon last night.
I was playing Ghost Recon last night.
What were you doing with Ghost Recon? Was it
The,
Splinter Cell
the
mission?
same mission over and over again because couldn't beat it.
Is it the Splinter Cell mission?
No, it's you have to protect the dude that's disarming a bomb on a car, and then I get past that part, and then it's like, oh hey, you gotta go get this bomb truck out of there, and then I run out of time and it just blows up.
Yeah, I was gonna download it to the system last night, and I was like, by the time the shit gets downloaded, fucking he'll probably already be off.
Yeah, and then I played the Predator mission, and then he headshotted me like 4 times, and then obviously that's a wipe. So I was like,
I think it probably took me a couple of hours to beat the Predator mission, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as everybody made it out to be.
well, no, it's bad when you're playing solo.
Oh no, it was definitely bad when you're playing solo, yeah. But that Splinter Cell mission, I still can't get.
I like the Breakpoint mission with John Bernthal, that little cameo.
So that's in there?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I gotta go download this game.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. It's like this little underground bunker kind of thing. It's pretty neat. You gotta get him out of there, and then, oh hey, spoiler alert, he's bad.
He plays such a good bad dude.
Such a bad good guy.
Yeah,
Good bad guy.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Have you noticed all the horror games that are coming out as of recently? You got the Blair Witch game that released, the Man of Medan game, which is made by the same guys from Until Dawn.
Yeah.
And then there was one more.
Horror games just don't do it for me though. Kind of takes me out of it.
Why?
Just because like I'm doing this, but I'm too scared to go any further because like I don't know what's gonna happen. I was the same way with Until Dawn. That game,
Until Dawn wasn't that bad.
it wasn't that bad, but you know, it was just, I wanted the story to progress, but I was afraid what was gonna happen. Maybe it's just because I'm a big old bitch.
Yeah, the Dark Pictures anthology Man of Medan.
There's like 3 chapters, I think.
And they were talking about the next chapter before the game had even released. Hey, I know something. Have you seen the trailer for The Sinking City, Death May Die?
Oh yeah, I watched some of the gameplay.
That looks pretty cool. I really, really want to play that.
Well, just let me know what you think.
Well, it's made by Frogwares, which I don't know if you've ever heard of Frogwares.
Name's familiar.
No, Frogwares has a long history of making these Sherlock Holmes games, investigation games. I think Benedict Cumberbatch would appreciate you snoring on his Sherlock Holmes.
We all know Robert Downey Jr. is the real Sherlock Holmes. Get out of here.
What else have you been playing? Anything other than Destiny and Ghost Recon?
I've been just kind of bouncing around like other stuff that I usually play. Mostly Destiny, obviously. Dabbled in some Spider-Man last night as well. I'll hit up some GTA Online, Red Dead.
I'm surprised you don't have that PlayStation Now.
I don't want that.
Why?
I don't want to stream a game. Like
it's not streamed anymore.
it's not.
No,
so it's just instant download.
It's downloaded to the system now.
Oh, I haven't kept up with it.
Yeah. So yeah, now you go through your list there and it's instant download, man.
So it's like Netflix for video games.
Exactly. That's where we're headed. Eventually.
I'm so glad I'm alive right now. Cool.
But yeah, no, it's super cool. It used to be streamed, which is why I hated it in the beginning. But now you can download.
Yeah, because I mean, if you didn't have 100 megs per second, then like that was probably not a good gaming experience for anyone.
No, and I think I played the very first time I did it. I think I played something like low budget, like Ratchet and Clank or something like that, where it wasn't that bad, but you could still see it.
Like it looked like you were still playing on PS2.
Right, exactly. So I was like, oh, okay, this is old school.
I can dig it.
But no, it's really not that bad. And there's a bunch of awesome games.
I have to check it out. I'm really excited about the PS Plus games coming out this month.
Batman and what was the last one? Darksiders.
Darksiders, yeah.
Yeah, Darksiders.
Never played the first 2, but I played all the Batmans, so I'm really excited. And the reason I'm excited about this, I've beaten it twice, and I had a hard copy, but like, I obviously don't have it anymore, so I don't want to pay for a game I've already beaten. So, so yeah, I'm kind of excited that's coming out.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Xbox Game Pass has they do it a little better, unfortunately.
Yeah, but they have shittier games.
But their new games come straight to Game Pass.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, so like Gears 5. Gears 5 is going to be on Game Pass day one.
I'm trying to figure out how they make money off of that. Because you're already paying a subscription service, right?
Correct.
So basically, you can just download any game that you want within that. Was it a monthly or yearly or
Monthly, but either.
Either one.
Mhm.
So you can download whatever you want in that amount of time. So it's, I don't really know how they count.
I don't
money.
question it. it's
I'm just from a business perspective.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
trying
from a
to
business
understand
perspective, I completely understand. But no, but see, I don't. It's not on there forever. That's the thing about it is it'll be on there for like 3 or 4 months and then it's gone.
Oh,
it's
so
just like, oh shit, I never finished it. I need to go buy it now.
Oh, so now I gotta go pay full price from the store.
Right. Unless you beat it and you have that time, which I don't. But
yeah. Or go find a nice.
But no, they have this
hard
new
copy.
thing now, and I actually wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation gets into this, which is all of their bundle services or all of their services are now all bundled into one. As to where with Xbox it used to be you would have Xbox Live would be one thing you'd have to pay for, Xbox Game Pass would be something you had to pay for, and then if you wanted Xbox Game Pass on PC, which is something completely different, those were 3 separate charges a month. Now they've all bundled into one monthly price for $14.99 a month.
What, that was Xbox?
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
So $14.99 a month, you get Xbox Live, Xbox Game Pass, and then Xbox Game Pass for PC.
Well, no, we've all learned this. They're very selfish. They're going to keep charging money for every separate thing they do.
And not show up to conferences and game shows. And
take Spider-Man away.
Speaking of,
joking. That's a separate Sony.
That's a different. That's the people down the hall.
That's not Sony Interactive.
Speaking of PlayStation press conferences and not wanting to show up, Sony Interactive will not hold a PlayStation news conference at the Tokyo Game Show, continuing a trend of decreased engagement with a major trade shows for console maker. The information comes via PlayStation's Japanese language webpage outlining plans for the TGS 2019, which is the Tokyo Game Show. The information comes from the via translation from PlayStation's Japanese web page outlining plans for the TGS 2019. Instead of a news conference, Sony will hold a live show from the booth in Exhibition Hall 5. Earlier this year, Sony Interactive Entertainment skipped E3 2019 altogether. No news conference or live stream, not even a booth on the show's floor. For the first time in the Expo's 24 history, the company has bagged its annual PlayStation experience, which have been held last December. The show had a run consecutively for the 4 preceding years. Sony was at Gamescom 2019 in Cologne, Germany earlier this month, making the company's first appearance, however, this year. News conferences, however, are not typically part of that particular exhibition. The Sony's TGS 2019 booth will showcase Neo 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, among other games, which has been held for the past 23 years, is September 12th through the 15th at the Mesa in Chiba. So fun fact, I was reading this article last night, and I actually thought point this guy out. Who's by Owen Good from Polygon. I thought he had a error.
I thought you were about to say stroke.
No, I thought he had a grammar error because it says in the mess in Chiba, Chiba. I thought he misspelled China, and I googled it, and no, that's an actual place.
I love you.
I was like, oh shit, okay, my bad. He didn't fuck up. Thanks, Owen. I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all.
That he didn't mess it up, or that they're not showing up.
Both.
Okay. Yeah, me either. They're kind of at that point now where they don't have to. You know, Nintendo's doing the same thing. They're having their own little conference or whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, if a company's hit that mark where it's just they don't need to be there, then hell, don't show up.
The Nintendies is what they call it.
Nintendies, I like it. You cannot show up and then give room to independent developers or even AAAs, but they're kind of like on their own. Like you look at Bungie, like technically now they're independent, but they're still AAA titles that they're putting out. If you want to slide over and let them have a little room,
yeah, but when you do come back, you better come back with full force, or you're gonna get dragged through the ringer.
I think it brings back Spyro for PS5.
I thought they already. You mean like
for PS5?
You mean like an additional Spyro?
Like give me a new one.
A new one? Yeah. I was about to say they brought out the Spyro remaster.
I want a new one that looks like the dragon from God of War or some shit.
The dragon from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, there we go. Spyro's all grown up, and he's pissed.
Spyro has his own little dragon now.
I'd be into it. But yeah, I mean, if Sony doesn't want to be there, then and they feel like they can accomplish just as much by releasing game trailers or whatever online, then so be it.
And I think they can, and I hope that they do. But I remember when they called out at E3 and they were like, well, we're going to hold our own conference and do our own thing. And then a couple of months later, when they did their own thing and their video went up, it was 30% indie games and like 70% VR games. I'm sitting here thinking, okay, PlayStation is going to have its own conference, do its own thing. And then, I'm going to see some PlayStation exclusive first party titles. And unfortunately, that's not what I got.
Well, you can never know what to expect from a convention.
From Sony, or especially from Sony themselves.
And I feel like that's why this might be a good move for them. As long as they don't have an expectation that they have to meet, and they can just kind of put whatever out they want throughout, the 6-month or 12-month cycle between whatever, then that's fine with me. I mean, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, no, I mean, over the time span that they've been here and been around and been doing their own thing, I mean, they've gotten so big that they don't need, the Tokyo Game Show, and they don't need E3 and Gamescom and anything like that. I mean, they can charge their own thing and make more money instead of spending money.
Exactly, because they have to pay a pretty good premium to be on the floor, right?
Yeah, so you got to pay for that spot.
Yeah, exactly. This like a Super Bowl commercial.
Just to get your word out there, and we all know Sony's word's already out there. You've got Neo and Final Fantasy and
Spider-Man. Spider-Man, by the way, Spider-Man.
At the time. Well, they're definitely going to make sure everybody knows they've got Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was sitting in the car the other day, and the wife looks at me and goes, so without getting into it, what's going on with Sony and Spider-Man? I'm like, honey, you can't just not ask that and say no.
Without getting into it.
She's like, can you give me just, the basis of what's going on? I'm like, no, you can't. No.
You couldn't give her just a quick rundown of.
There's no way you can give somebody a quick rundown without getting them the whole story.
Well, I mean, you could be like, well, it's like a broken home for Spider-Man, and Insomniac decided to move out.
Kissed his little boy on the head and said, I'm just going to get some milk. I'll be back. And he never came back.
My dad went and got cigarettes 8 years ago. Actually, that's not even exactly how that worked out at all. Sony actually acquired Insomniac. So I don't know. It's pretty self-explanatory, really. Sony bought Insomniac because they know that they can profit very well off of that company. And there it is. That's
all there is to it. I mean,
it's all business at the end of the day. It's about numbers, They don't care about the consumer. They don't care about the gamer. They just know what numbers are going to work, and they'll do whatever they got to do to get those numbers in their house.
Yeah. Speaking of numbers, CJ Project is officially making more Witcher and Cyberpunk games in the future.
Woo!
All right. The new dual franchise model is good news all around by Charlie Hall at Polygon. As it eases into the final push to complete Cyberpunk 2077, CJ Project Red is officially moving to a dual franchise model that confirms for both investors and fans that more games in the Witcher franchise are on the way. The new direction was proudly announced in the financial report issued by the CG Project Capital Group covering the first half of 2019. Managing two separate major franchises, The Witcher and Cyberpunk, along with several independent developer teams, enables the company to conduct parallel work on several projects and smoothens in long-term release schedule. The company says the migration towards a dual franchise model supported by several independent product lines also permits optimization and manufacturing and financial activities, mitigates important risk factors, and makes it easier for company employees to seek professional fulfillment. In layman terms, by working on two AAA franchises concurrently, CJ Project will be able to limit the peaks and valleys in the balance sheets and successfully maintain larger and more capable workforce of game developers. Sounds like good news all around. I think this is actually pretty cool on two different reasons. One, people who love Witcher, hey, we're getting more Witcher. And two, Cyberpunk 2077 is not even out yet, and we already know we're going to get more.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You can only better hope and pray it's a good game.
Everything they showed off looks really good with that. I mean, Witcher 3 has been holding strong for the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. And games usually don't do that because, when it's a one and done title, they have a couple of DLCs, but as far as, just being that game, like it's stood the test of time and it's hung around for a bit, and people want more. and especially with this whole Witcher series coming to Netflix, it's just going to make people want to be more interested in it and see where it came from, and hopefully it goes further and they want to grab onto that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays out. Obviously, everyone's super stupid excited about Cyberpunk, so this is the right move.
Yeah, no, it's due out April 16, 2020 for PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and
So
Steam.
April
16th of 2020
for Cyberpunk. God,
April. You didn't realize it was April of next year?
I thought it was like March.
Oh no, it's only a month later.
But you know how it is when you're waiting for a game and it's 30 days later. It's like, God, it means I have to grind out some other bullshit for a month.
Don't know if you knew, but the prequel tabletop RPG game called Cyberpunk Red is out now. If you want to get a little prequel of the game.
I don't have a table to play tabletop games on. At least not one that big. I mean, the original Cyberpunk was Cyberpunk. What was it?
I honestly don't know. When
remember.
that preview released at E3 with Keanu Reeves. That was the first time I'd ever heard of it.
You didn't even see the stuff before that, huh?
No, I never.
Oh boy, baby, that stuff looks good. It's that game's solid, man. It's gonna be good.
I'm very good at catching on to things a whole lot later. Cyberpunk, Destiny 2, Witcher 3.
Witcher 4 might as well be for you. In 2018, they did a 45-minute gameplay, actual straight up gameplay
for
Cyberpunk.
Okay.
45 minutes, and it was the most amazing 45 minutes I've ever spent watching YouTube.
Oh wow!
It was really good. I mean, it showed a lot of the some open world stuff, a lot of gameplay, a lot of mechanics. You met some characters, saw models for the characters and stuff like that. It's very, very interesting. So I've been excited for this game for a while.
Have you ever? This is kind of off topic here, but have you ever got on your YouTube analytics and seen how much you actually watch YouTube?
I'm scared to. Because honestly, like if I don't have something that I'm wanting to watch on Netflix, or if it's not a movie on iTunes, then I'm watching YouTube. So my analytics are probably through the roof for a single person. That you're gonna look it up now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up for you.
Awesome.
I'm gonna give you a heads up on how much YouTube you watch.
I'm gonna let you know how sorry you are.
Oh no, I can promise you, mine blows you out the water here. Let's see here.
Let the Jeopardy music cue.
So, in all regards, I can't find yours, so we're just gonna.
So you're just gonna leave it on dark mode?
All right, so I found mine. So on just today, and I've only been up since 11 o'clock. I've watched 4 hours of YouTube videos. Yesterday, I watched 6 hours of YouTube. In the last 7 days, I have watched 30 hours and 42 minutes of YouTube videos. And on a daily average, I watch about 4 hours of YouTube.
Buddy, if you ever need to get out of the house and come hang out, we can do whatever. I can get some Uno cards.
Who needs cable anymore, you got YouTube. That's
very true. I
really want to put Jeopardy music in that now. I think that would sound really funny. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so how excited are you for the Cyberpunk release?
I'm excited in a regards of something new. I mean, it's something new to play, and I think that's kind of where I'm excited for possibly, say, the next 6 months as of starting in, October, because you've got, for me personally, I'm going to be super busy with The Last of Us Part 2, Tom Clancy's Breakpoint, Destiny 2, Shadowkeep, Death Stranding, Cyberpunk 2077.
All right, you mean Death Stranding, you mean Piss Simulator 2.0?
Interdimensional breastfeeding.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
So, no, there's a lot to play. I'm super excited. And I've got my whole setup ready to go in my own little private little area.
Yes. So you're going to be there for launch at midnight, huh?
For which one?
For Cyberpunk?
Yeah, I'll jump into party mode with you. We'll get in there.
I will not be up at midnight waiting for this game. As excited as I am for it, I just, the way my life is right now, I cannot afford to be up at midnight waiting on a video game.
What? You're not taking October 1st off?
Probably not. I mean, really just all depends on what day that is.
It's a Tuesday. It's a reset for Destiny.
It's okay. So, no, I'm talking about Cyberpunk.
I know, but I changed the subject there for
Oh.
a second. I was just asking a
Look
question.
at you, clever girl. Yeah, no, I might no, because I didn't the last expansion. I didn't take it off. So when Forsaken came out, I didn't take it off. And Shadowkeep's a lot smaller expansion than Forsaken was. So
is it really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So Forsaken, to kind of put it in terms, I know you didn't play Destiny 1, but Forsaken was the Taken King size expansion. And now Shadowkeep is about the size of Rise of Iron, which it's not like it's a small, DLC or whatever. It's actually very, very big, but it's not as big as its predecessor, in relations. So, I'll play it though. I'm really excited. I can't wait. There's so many mechanics coming into the game that I'm really excited to try out. So,
cool deal. Well, no, we'll definitely get more into that a little bit later. Telltale Games is being revived. A new attempt to relaunch the episodic adventure company by Colin Campbell at Polygon. Telltale Games, which shut down last year, is being revived after its assets were purchased by a company called LCG Entertainment. The new company will sell some of Telltale's back catalog and work on some new games based on a few Telltale associated projects, as well as new licenses. The new Telltale is headed up by Jamie Ottley and Brian Waddle. Ottley said that some workers from the original Telltale games will be offered freelance roles with full-time positions possible in the future. Ottley has spent much of his career in mobile games and most recently is founder and CEO of Galaxy Pest Control, which is best known for its licensed games based on Duck Dynasty and Power Rangers. Waddle's previous experience includes running sales and marketing for the Havoc game engine. Neither worked at Telltale Games prior to its shuttering in 2018. In an interview with Polygon, Ottley confirmed that the new business has back catalog rights to licensed properties The Wolf Among Us and Batman, as well as the full rights to the original Telltale games such as Puzzle Agents. There are some other expired licenses that we are looking at. He said, "We're working very hard not to make similar mistakes." Ottley said it's possible the new Telltale will pick up with some stories where they left off. "We're still evaluating, but we definitely want to continue some of the stories," he said. "But it looks like The Walking Dead won't be coming back." That license, which is now owned by Skybound, which has its own plans for the game's releases. The status of previous title licenses such as Borderlands, Game of Thrones, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Minecraft has not been announced. When asked about Telltale's previous plans to release a game based on Stranger Things, he said that the rights had reverted back to Netflix. Ottley said that he brought the rights to Telltale's because he believes that the future of adventure games. "This is a viable business that went away due to market conditions and some scale choices," Telltale's previous management. "I like games that tell stories, and I think our industry should have a company that specializes in narrative-driven games. I like the idea of binge watching." Telltale's rights were purchased from a company that had been assigned and credited to old companies. According to Ottley, negotiations began 6 months ago. It was an incredibly complex. He said that purchase price had not been announced. Publisher Athlon Games is partner in the deal and will handle storefront operations and distribution. Financial backers include various game industry figures, including Chris Krensley of Rebellion, Lyle Hall of Heavy Iron Studios, and Tobias Sajorian, formerly of Starbreeze. We're gonna hope I pronounced that right. The revived Telltale Games will be based in Malibu, California, about 400 miles from the original studio's headquarters in San Rafael. We're going to stay small over the next 6 months, and we will work for more of the distributed development pipeline than Telltale was known for. We'll focus on tools, technologies, and design in-house. Some things like animation and motion capture will be done with the right partnerships externally.
Can we rewind that for just a second?
Yeah, where do you want to rewind that to?
So there was an opportunity for Telltale to get some rights to Stranger Things.
When asked about Telltale's previous plans to release a game based on Stranger Things, he said that the rights had reverted back to Netflix.
Dude, I would have bought every game that came out for Stranger Things if Telltale had done it. That's one of my all-time favorite Netflix series, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not a huge Telltale fan, but I know that if they had something that I was into as much as Stranger Things, that I would have bought every DLC or whatever or chapter or whatever they call it. I would have bought every single one of them. That makes me so mad that they couldn't acquire the rights to that just for a video game.
Oh, I know. That would have been amazing.
Oh,
I personally, I love the Telltale games. I loved Tell the Borderlands, which I thought was just freaking hilarious because that game's hilarious in itself. The Batman one I loved. That was actually the first game that Little Man and I played all the way through to the very end was the Batman Telltale games. I never played the Guardians of the Galaxy or the Minecraft or the Game of Thrones. But I did play all the Walking Deads. I loved all the Walking Deads.
And that sucks. That's the one that they're not getting back to. Like, because the whole Clementine.
It was, Clementine and Lee.
Okay, so
Lee Everett.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't think of the name, but yeah, so Clementine and Lee, that was such a good character like story for The Walking Dead and Telltale, and it sucks that that's the one they can't get back.
Oh, I know.
You know?
I know. For a lot of people, like it didn't end. The Walking Dead series didn't end on the best note or the way that people wanted to. That's why I always recommend that if you go and you play the Walking Dead games, that if you play through just the first and or maybe the second one, that's fine. Just leave it right there and call it a day. You're not missing a whole lot. But like I said, more towards you get to the end, that's when it's more of a toss up. And
God, I'm so mad at the Stranger Things thing. I can't shake it. But they are bringing Batman back, so that's awesome.
I'm excited for all of this news.
He's got such a gallery that they can just do any kind of story off of, which is really cool. The Wolf Among Us, I don't know too much about because I never played it.
I didn't play The Wolf Among Us at all. No, I'm excited for all of this all around. I'm loving the idea of this, but I'm not going to get too hyped about it until I actually see announces release dates like something. And I know it's going to be a while because it is all freelance at this moment, so it will be a while before we see anything because they do have to make up for a lot of or not make up, but they have to go through and fix a lot of the mistakes that were made originally. So I'm excited. And it sucks because it came around the same time that I don't remember if you heard the story about when the company that does game walkthrough books, the game books, they went under and that's no longer something you can get anymore.
Oh yeah. I mean, we'll see. There's a lot of stuff that they can pull from. So at the end of the day, it's just going to be whoever's the creative directors behind this, what they want to see this go forward as. So their call, really. They're the Russos of this franchise, I guess.
I love that, the Russos of this franchise. So let's get into something a little bit more funny here from Wesley Yin Poole, deputy editor for Eurogamer. 350,000 people watched the gnome mage hit level 60 in World of Warcraft. A relatively unknown World of Warcraft classic player has hit the game's level cap by beating out competition from established guild. Jokered, a 22-year-old from Malta, created a gnome mage and hit level 60 in 3 days and 7 hours, streaming the entire thing on Twitch. Jokered beat Methods, Warcraft's most famous guild, to the world's first method, where we're playing from a base in Los Angeles studio, even sending out publicity to hype its attempt. But it's Jokered who has stole the show. The clip below shows the final push to level 60 in front of an incredible peak of 350,000 viewers. Afterwards, Joker teleported to the city of Stormwind, where other players celebrated his achievement, and brilliantly, Joker ended his stream by hosting message. Joker achieved the world's first playing on a server in Europe, largely solo. According to Dote Sports, Joker focused on soloing packs of mobs with an area of effect spells such as Blizzard. He also used a technique called layering, joining and leaving groups to skip the wait temp for mobs to respawn at leveling 58. Layering, a modern feature in Blizzard added to a World of Warcraft Classic to spread players out across an instance of zone to help manage the population, is looked down upon some who question its use as part of its race to 60. Wow. Wow.
I like it. That's nice reference.
350,000 people watched a gnome hit level 60.
350,000 people didn't get to hear that joke.
And I can't get 350,000 people to watch one YouTube video I put up. But you're going to watch a gnome hit level 60.
We live in a world now where we can talk about World of Warcraft presently and not as a past tense.
Oh, yeah, and not get awkward down looks for it.
Oh, no, you still probably get awkward looks for it. But it's not people comparing any sort of RPG or MMO to World of Warcraft anymore. This whole classic revive has got people back in it. And honestly, if we didn't have Warcraft, we wouldn't have some of the RPG games that we have now.
You're right.
As much as I hate to say it, they are the forefathers of RPG MMO. So
Good job on finding the positive.
it's all about the silver lining.
I knew there was a needle in there somewhere.
I just happened to step on it.
Wow. I'm sorry. You know what? Great. Congratulations, Joker, for hitting level 60. But 350,000 people.
You all need to go to bed. You have school tomorrow.
I can't anymore with this topic. Before I'm gonna go off.
Go to bed. It's the same 350,000 people watching people stream Minecraft too.
You know what? Probably so. Beam. So you had something you wanted to bring up earlier. So tell me how I can get a better job.
Oh, so all right. So this is awesome. Basically, there are companies, IT companies, that think that you being able to be a puzzle solver in a game or be able to overcome some sort of battle or something. I don't know. This is such a weird topic. Basically, they're saying that if you can do something inside a video game, that they want you to work for their company, which I think's, it's cool. Video games will get you somewhere eventually, so don't let your parents tell you different.
No, I think that's what we talked about a couple of weeks ago, where my friends aren't going to make me $10 million on Twitch, unless they're the ones streaming in, of course.
Exactly. Well, we all know that even if you have friends, that whether you're a gamer, some sort of artist, or poet, writer, something that
personality,
some sort of art. I know gaming's not an art unless if you're just playing.
Yourself.
Unless you're just playing. If you're just playing it, it's not really considered art. But for the creators, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
But your friends aren't going to sit there and pay you $5, $10, whatever, as a donation on Twitch.
Right.
They would pay $5, $10 maybe if you had some art or something that's something they wanted. But no, they're not going to make you rich. It's these people that don't know who the hell you are.
No.
And they're like, oh man, he's kind of funny. He's doing this really cool.
Give him some more money.
He's doing this really cool Twitch stream, or he's streaming on YouTube, whatever. Here, Mom,
what's your credit card number?
Yeah. Expiration date.
I forgot the security code.
Yeah. What's your billing zip? And that's how a lot of these people are making their money. Is these younger kids that just toss their parents' disposable income at it, and it sucks. But it's just the nature of the beast. It is what it is.
Hey, if I can get a better job by puzzle solving, I'm all for it.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. Yeah. So there's.
I don't know how that went into to making money off Twitch, but yeah, sure.
Well, they're saying that the skills that you acquire from puzzle solving or problem solving within a game can be utilized within the job field.
Yeah.
So it's cool that companies are starting to come around and realize that it's not just we're blank staring at a TV for a couple hours or whatever. We're actually engaging, using our brains, hand-eye coordination, stuff like that. So it's cool to see that it's being recognized and not that we're just zombies.
So you got to watch some of the Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay from PAX. What'd you think?
Yeah, there was about a 14-minute kind of quick clip of different stuff that goes on in the game. It looks really good. There's some customization options, some NPC gameplay, some shooting, some driving, some third-person stuff. Overall, it looks really, really, really good. The city that you're living in, the characters you interact with, the different depths, just the crazy attention to different things in the game. Just to kind of give an example, there's a scene where the girl is putting on mascara. But because the way that Cyberpunk's laid out, all these people have prosthetic everything, right? Everything's machine. Mm-hmm. And the lower half of her face, from her nostrils to her chin, is gone. And it's just, yeah. So it's just, and it's all mechanics. There is a whole robot looking thing to it. And she's just sitting there putting on her eyelashes or mascara or whatever. And it looks so sick. It's a really quick cut to that one part, but it makes it look very, very, very cool. There's motorcycle riding that's in third person. makes it look really neat. There's obviously different customization options for the way your guy looks. You can do male, female, different hairstyles, different facial features. There's a lot to this game, and that makes me very, very excited.
One thing I did learn was that the kind of your actions based in this game kind of
that too, yeah.
Kind of distribute how the game will play out. Who's going to be your friend, who's going to be your enemy.
Right.
Keanu Reeves can be your friend or your enemy in this game.
Well, he's the one that's haunting your microchip that's in your brain. So
I'm okay with Keanu Reeves haunting a microchip in my brain.
Yes.
I mean,
absolutely.
I'm ready. Good. I'm ready for a microchip. Don't kill his dog.
Don't kill his because Johnny Silverhand will turn into Johnny Quick real fast. Or John Wick, I'm sorry.
Have you seen that new YouTube video of John Wick's assassination cat?
No. What?
Yes. So
is that a thing?
That is a thing. So if you look up real quick, there's a video of John Wick, and instead of there's a dog, there's a cat, and they play him very, very well in that video. I'll definitely leave a link for it. But yeah, it's definitely something to check out.
I found it. I'll be watching this in just a little while.
No, go ahead and watch it real quick.
Oh, okay.
Just say, as you watch it, go ahead with what you think.
Some commentary along the way.
Yeah, exactly. Commentary along the way.
Okay, let's. Oh,
sorry.
This won't demonetize us, will it? Oh, it's a big old fluffer. Oh, a little dead bird. Nice. This already makes the first John Wick look way worse. This is so good. I feel like a cat should have been in the movie more than the dog. My personal opinion.
Fun fact, I've never seen any of the John Wick movies.
You've not seen any of the John
I've never seen any of the John
What?
Wick movies.
Michael. Oh my God. They're so good.
Well, when you're working, you have a family, and you're trying to put in your Destiny 2 grind, there's just...
Look, put your family aside and just put some John Wick in there. I'm
family movie night, we're watching John Wick.
Baba Yaga. And then Michael Samuel has to go to bed because he can't watch Baba Yaga.
No, he cannot, but he can watch it.
What?
I never tell you that story.
So he can. Oh, I think you did. So, but he can watch it, but he can't watch John Wick.
I mean, I don't care.
They're both horrible, and it's not like he's gonna remember it.
And that's the thing. Like, as long as it doesn't scar him, he's watching them at such a young age that in a year he's not going to remember this damn movie.
You hope. My nephew's like 10 years old, and
you really want to talk about your nephew?
his favorite character is Jason Voorhees. And his favorite show is The Walking Dead.
I know a lot of adults whose favorite character is Jason Voorhees.
He's 10.
But
whatever, though.
Cyberpunk. No, I'm super excited for Cyberpunk. I'm excited for the fact of trying something new. And I feel like that's kind of what the next months of the next, say, September through, what do we say, April is going to be. It's just going to be straight everything.
Hell, I'd say
new
the next
and fresh.
12 months, really. I mean, there's no telling what's going to come out.
Because even then, you've got E3, around
again.
that, E3 again. So, we're going to have more gameplay from new IPs that we won't see for
Gamescom
another 2-3
again.
years. PAX again. I love that fresh feeling. It's super exciting.
The gaming industry right now is very exciting.
It is, and I think you had went in a little bit more about that last week, as far as just like you like where the game industry is going, and it feels fresh and where it should be. And I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
There's a lot of new IPs that are coming out. Game developers are taking a lot more broader strides towards something different. Mm-hmm. Which is really, really cool and really exciting, because there's always seems to be a formula that a lot of developers follow, and it's, oh, hey, here's like a minimal backstory, tutorial mission, whatever, and then it's like, oh, this is either like a super battle royale or multiplayer online or just straight up like story game. Mm-hmm. And as much as I love Destiny, it's not my favorite type of games. I honestly love just a really rich backstory and like third person narrative or like third person gameplay with like a really rich narrative. Assassin's Creed, dude, as much as I've played Assassin's Creed, I've beaten Assassin's Creed 4 3 times. I just restarted it today. To me it's that good because it's such a rich story. There's so much to tell. Mm-hmm. Assassin's Creed 3, same way. All the Ezio stuff, all the same way. There's so much depth to it that I feel like I miss a lot.
Right.
You know, because, I mean, you're looking at a 50, 60, 70-hour campaign. There's so much story to be told within that
those
time.
Campaigns.
I love stories. Like I would much rather have a super narrative story.
Yes.
Than just like some quick time events or like a 5-minute cutscene in between. And like, don't get me wrong, Destiny brings a lot of me and my friends, brings us really close together. Mm-hmm. And we can go take on the universe, take on enemies on different planets, and come together and beat a very arduous task. But at the end of the day, I can't always link up with 6 other people. Or 5 other people, or 3 other people. It's always going to be what I can pull off, and that's why solo single player narratives always draw me in. And Assassin's Creed just does it for me, yeah. And that's why I think I see.
They're not always going to be there. Some weekends they have to go to New York.
Exactly. Sometimes it's Division, but. With Cyberpunk, it's that new narrative that brings the gameplay and the storytelling that I love to a platform that I'm familiar with like first person kind of stuff, switching between first and third person.
Right.
And that's what really excites me. And I love future tech. Like I don't know if you know this, but I love future stuff. Like that's why I love Iron Man.
So you're gonna love the way the PlayStation looks.
Yes. As long as there's moving parts on it that don't make sense.
Could you imagine if it had like a glass window with like moving gears and I'm just...
What is a jukebox?
You see the game go in.
Hey, chat, press G5 on that jukebox over there. It'll be your best game ever.
God, I hope that's the way it looks.
Here's the nickel, kid.
Don't change the controller, but if you want to have the console look like that... Give me a reason to laugh every morning.
Dude, I honestly don't care what I put my game disc in. Or, I'm sorry. What I hit start on. As long as it doesn't lose the controller and it plays the game that I want to play, I don't give a shit. I really don't. Oh, this one's like, it's such good graphics and frame rate and FPS and all this stuff. It's like, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, it's just whatever. I don't...
Dude, I've been playing on 30 FPS for the last 4 years. You think I'm going to give a shit if it's at 120? No.
So basically what we got from that is you don't care what you stick your disc in.
Yeah, basically.
Well, let's talk about something you do care sticking in. Bungie's overhauling Destiny 2's season and adding optional $10 battle pass.
All right.
It's a new way to level up in Destiny 2. A new blog post from the Destiny franchise, Bungie via Relentless Hour on Reddit. Director Luke Smith, Bungie revealed how seasons will work in Destiny 2's third year, including Shadowkeep and New Light this fall. Bear with me here. There's a lot of story to tell and a lot to go over. Each season has a free or paid version of $10, according to Smith, similar to Battle Pass in games like Fortnite or Dauntless. The first season of Year 3 seasons of The Undying comes bundled with Shadowkeep. Players can purchase it separately as well. Rotating activities. The new seasons will focus on changing Destiny's 2 world every 3 months in the season of The Undying. Players will open the Vex Gate, creating a new activity rewards. 3 months later, players will close the gate in the activities and set the Season of Dawn in motion, including Season of the Undying and the Season of Dawn. Year 3 will contain 4 seasons. Bungie believes that removing activities each season is the only way to make the game feel like it's evolving. We believe that Destiny will grow even better when the world state can change, and that the best Destiny stories are the ones where you had to be there when it happens, Smith said. Artifacts. On top of season's rotating activities, the new seasonal artifacts will create individual player growth each season. Artifacts are free for all players, and Guardians can level them up during the season. Each level comes with an uncapped bonus power that extends across the player count. Players will also unlock new and powerful mods to the artifact after they unlock a mod. Guardians can slot them into weapons and armors for the remainder of the season. At the end of each season, the seasonal mods and bonus powers will reset. Players will earn a new artifact for the next season and start the process all over again. The Season Pass is a new idea to Destiny, but similar to the Battle Pass and other games where players can earn rewards for free and premium track depending on whether they own the season or not. Each season comes with 100 ranks, and the experience players earn at max level counts towards their pass. Free players can earn some powerful items and rewards through the Season Pass, but the real goodies come with the $10 price tag. Bungie laid out the reward players can expect in the Season of the Undying Season Pass as an example of 4 legendary weapon drops, additional weekly and daily bounties, additional weekly challenges with powerful rewards, exclusive to Season Pass owners, a new exotic hand cannon, an awarded rank at 35 of the free track, awarded on rank 1 of the premium track, 3 seasonal legendary armor sets, 1 for each class. Collect a complete set during the first 25 ranks of the free track. If you want versions with higher stat tiers, you'll need to play Vex Offensive to earn them. Some additional premium tracks are a new finisher, an exotic moat, an exotic ship, 2 legendary weapon ornaments, and an exotic weapon ornament for Arena's Vow. It's unclear if the Leviathan's Breath exotic bow or Arena's Vow exotic hand cannons are the heavy bow and special ammo hand cannon for the studio previously mentioned. The Hunter is holding the special ammo hand cannon with the Titan wielding a heavy bow in the image. It's possible these could be completely different weapons at the same archetype. But on top of all the season's breakdowns above, Smith clarified what exactly New Light players will get free come October 1st. Following a direct quote from Luke Smith himself, patrolling the moon destination, the opening mission of Shadowkeep, 2 new strikes, Crucible updates, 2 returning PvP maps from the D1 era.
Oh, yeah.
Elimination from the Crucible Labs, Armor 2.0 customization, Eye of the Gate Lord seasonal artifact, new finishers, 2 new pinnacle weapons. It'll take 4 seasons to get. New exotic weapons, 3 legendary armor sets, 2 legendary weapons, and a partridge in a pear tree. That is a lot of information.
All right, so there needs to be a little bit of clarification here. The tier breakdown.
I read straight from the quote, Jeff.
No, I know, but the quote doesn't break down the purchase tiers. All right, so basically what happens is if you buy Shadowkeep, Shadowkeep comes with regular pass, I believe. So if you buy just Shadowkeep, you get the regular battle pass. Now, if you buy the digital deluxe Shadowkeep, then you get the premium battle pass, which kind of speeds up your reward system. So, for instance, if you buy the regular battle pass, the hand cannon, which is, what was it called?
Arena's Vow.
Arena's Vow drops at level 25. Now, if you buy the premium, it drops at level 1. To kind of keep it in context. So just kind of a little clarification. Like you need to pay a little bit of extra coin to get some extra coin, if you know what I'm saying. So it's not exactly cut and dry. There's a lot of gray area.
Yeah, so the base version of Shadowkeep will be $35 on all platforms. The digital deluxe edition will run you $60 and comes with 4 season pass credits, letting you access the next 4 seasons of content. As well as Iris Moonthorned emote, Ghost Shell, and Emblem.
So how do you feel about that? Do you feel comfortable paying the $60 for that, or would you?
Well, I kind of already had the mindset of paying the $60 up front to begin with. I don't know if this is being worded the right way, but I kind of feel like this whole digital pass, I think this is better for content creators. Because they can go in and they can pay the $60 and they can pay for each season and so on and so forth, and they can play them, and then they can kind of come back and let people know who are kind of iffy up front about whether or not this is a season worth buying. But on that other hand, it was also quoted and stated that, even if you missed a weapon during that season, you'll still be able to come back and get it later. You'll just have, it'll just be a season or 2 before it comes back, but you'll still be able to get it. So right. No, I'm gonna pay the $60 up front anyways. So.
And with Bungie being an independent studio now, can't pay these people any other way, you know.
Right, exactly.
There's got to be some income, and the folks behind the scenes on this expansion have you can kind of tell it's going to be huge. So you gotta be fair with what you pay them, you know. So I'm okay with paying $10 a pop for.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
You know, because if you pay the $60 digital deluxe pass, you get you get all 4 seasons.
You get all 4 seasons. You get the emote. You get the theme and the shell.
Emblem, yeah. And if not, it's $10 a pop. So you can pick and choose how much you want to spend on this game, which a lot of games don't kind of give you that option. Like Division doesn't give you that option at all.
Let me tell you about how much Division pissed me off here for a second.
Oh, here we go. I've been waiting on this for a while. All right, let's go.
I got home earlier than you did the other day, and you weren't on yet. So I was like, well, you know what? John's on. I haven't talked to John in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I thought, I'm going to jump on the Division here. I'm going to talk to John for a little bit, hang out and play the Division 2 with him. So I jump on the Division 2, and the Diamondback was an exotic weapon in the Division 2 that you couldn't get it once. Each mission was available to you on a weekly basis. And during that third week, when you could finally complete the end of that third mission and get your Diamondback. So I'm like, okay, so I played with John for the first 2 weeks. I did the first 2 missions, all that, good stuff. John and I, both went on hiatus, had our own shit that we had to do. Finally had time, so we met up and we started playing or whatever. So I jumped onto Division 2 with him, and it wouldn't let me access the mission. I'm like, what the hell? It's like I'm hitting the button. It's not teleporting me. It's saying, areas unavailable. So I go to Google, all of it, and so yeah, like I said, it wouldn't let me start the mission. Okay. So, I went ahead and I started Googling it and everything like that. Go to find out the Division 2 is temporarily removing expeditions, the main chunk of the new content from its most recent DLC expansion from the game as of today. So, yeah, no, I'm confused too, don't worry. Expeditions were meant to rotate in a 3-week cycle through different arenas with different objectives, and completing all 3 get you a special exotic weapon, the Diamondback. Players assumed that once the 3 weeks were up, the cycle would simply just start again. You'd have to do the first mission, second mission, and whatever. I would just time it right to where I'd have to do the third mission to get my exotic weapon, because it's literally a mission that takes all of 15-20 minutes. The Division has made it clear that expeditions are actually being removed from the game temporarily while they are retooled. We're always envisioned expeditions as a rotating experience that will be open for some time, close for a limited time, and then become available again later. So I go to get on the game with John, and I can't even fucking complete the mission because the Division 2 has decided to just remove the whole mission completely. I did want 2/3 of that mission to get my gun, and then I go to do the last third of that mission, and it's completely gone. Do it now.
The Division has not been known for being successful.
No, they have not been known for being smart.
Or smart. Successful, okay, that's wrong terminology. So they're dumb. The way they do their business is
I don't understand, and I'm going to get into it right here for a second. I don't understand how the business world doesn't work like a personal you and me world, okay? We grow up, we have friends. They make dumb decisions. We look at our friends and go, maybe I shouldn't call that police chief a bad word. So therefore I learn from that and go, you know what? I'm not going to do that.
I mean, I kind of already knew that. Go ahead.
Right. But you learn from your friends on what you should and should not do. I don't understand how the game business world isn't the exact same. Oh, wow. So-and-so messed up over here at Ubisoft or Bungie or, Activision or 2K or Rockstar. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
Right. Well, with the Division, I think what it is they don't go through the polishing that a lot of other studios go through. Like they're just kind of like, oh no, shit, okay, let's get it out, let's go, come on, and then they're like, oh yeah, oh fuck, no, just put it out, no, we'll fix it later. If they catch it, we'll fix it. It's fine, it's not a big deal. Just go get it out. And then there's other people that are like, oh no, shit, okay, so like we're not 100% ready, we're at like 98%. Let's put it off a couple weeks, make sure that we're at that 100%, and then ship it.
Like how they did for Shadowkeep. When it
Hey!
was originally supposed to launch, but they pushed it back to October 1st.
Exactly. And the Division's never done that. They're just like, oh, shit, we've implemented a roadmap. We need to hit every single date. You don't. You don't have to.
No, you're right, and they don't have to, and they are hitting that roadmap. But just because you're hitting that roadmap with new things to do doesn't mean that you have to take my old things away.
That's what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is that they put this out as a thing to do within that roadmap, right?
Right.
But they didn't polish what they shipped.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is make sure what you're shipping is polished.
Yes.
Make sure it's good enough to keep people wanting to do it or able to do it.
Yeah, or able to do it.
Yeah, or able to do it. And that's just not what Ubisoft does with the Division. And it sucks because, like, there's so much good about that game and there's so much bad about that game, you know?
Yes.
And it sucks because, like, you can't, there's in-game activities that you can't do unless you're linked up with other people that you know, or LFG or whatever.
No.
Or there's expeditions that you can't complete because they decided to take them out.
But as much as I kind of bitch about this on a Ubisoft level, you know, basically the article that I just read, you know, Bungie's kind of doing the same thing, and I guess I got a little more upset about it because, one, they didn't let nobody know. This was not in their state of the game. This wasn't in their roadmap or anything like that. Bungie's actually letting us know this now before they even put out Shadowkeep. They believe
they delayed Shadowkeep 2 weeks before the original release.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah.
So they
3.
believe that removing activities each season is the only way to make the game feel like it's evolving. That it will grow and even better, and the world state can change, and that the best Destiny stories are the ones that you had to be there when it happens. But weapons and rewards for the seasons won't be gone forever. He didn't elaborate on how players will, expect weapons they've missed return within about 6 months. However, Smith was clear that there will be periods where players will have no current means of acquiring some past items. So it's fine. At least I'm getting a heads up of, hey, I need to get this done, as long as, oh, hey, that's a 15, 20-minute mission. I'll just get it done whenever I jump back on there to, oh, wait, okay, cool. I need to get it done from here to here.
Right. There's some stuff that's deadlined, and there's some stuff that is overarching, and but the stuff that's deadline is never going to be as potent as the overarching stuff. Like, you're not going to sit there and run out of time to get Luna's Howl or Redrix or Recluse. You're not going to run out of time for that. What you're going to run out of time for is in anything that they decide to make time gated.
Right.
So that's the only caveat.
Right. So do you feel that it is going to make it evolve and feel different each season?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're very good about that.
So you're also going to have the new seasonal artifact, which will create individual player growth each season. Artifacts are free for all players, and Guardians can level them up during the season. Each level comes with an uncapped bonus power that extends across a player's count. This is new. It's fun. It's an easier, new, fun way to progress your light.
Yeah, it's a soft cap of 960.
Right.
And then whatever you can unlock within the artifact boosts you beyond that level. So you could have somebody that's soft capped to 960, but they're really running like a 990 or whatever. I think it goes. They say it's unlimited, but how it's probably like 1,000.
And that's what I want to see. I want to see all those people who have all that time to just keep capping and capping and capping to see how far they eventually do go in that season or within that year.
Oh, dude. Give me somebody maxed out. Like, I want to see. I want to see a maxed.
I know
out.
I'm gonna be in competitive one day, and I'm gonna see a guy with a 1600 light level, and I'm like, fuck.
It's like a 1600
damn Titan
with a Recluse and Redrix.
Oh man, the season pass is the new idea, but similar. Each session will come with 100 ranks the experienced players can earn at max level counts towards their pass. I like this. I actually think this is a really, really neat idea. You're going to have 100 ranks, and each time you get to a certain rank, you get, a new item, whether it's Glimmer, a Bright Ingram, mods, weapon, bright does. I think that's cool. It gives you. Like I said 100 times before, I like having something that I need to work towards. It's what keeps me interested in wanting to play the game and keep coming back. Okay, well, cool. I've got to pick the wife up from work. I got to take her, I got to put a little man in the bathtub. Okay, cool. And then I got to get on and I got to make sure I hit level 50. Cool. Got something to do. Yeah. Right. So, I mean, I like that. I think it's pretty cool.
Right. And there was a huge leak from PAX this week.
Like what?
So basically, Bungie had set up demonstration things or whatever for the 3v3 elimination on Widow's Court, right. Which Widow's Court's from D1. It was a huge Trials of Osiris map back in the day, and it's a very healthy mixture of close range and long range, and it's really fun. So basically, what people did was, because it was a new build, they went to their start menus or the other menu, and they were able to look at like guns that were in the collections. And
so I did see a screenshot from that, and you could read it out, but it was still a little blurry. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, you weren't supposed to take that picture.
Oh, but I'm so glad they did.
I'm so glad you did.
So glad you did. I'm glad you have balls.
Pretty sure you weren't supposed to do that, but the Destiny community thanks you.
Yeah, give me your wrist so I can give you a little slap. But I'm really happy with what you did.
Yes.
So I mean, we got 3 new exotics from what they leaked. There's new armor. There's new legendary weapons from inside the raid. So there's a lot to look at as far as what's going to be coming out with Shadowkeep. So I'm super amped. I won't get into too much, but like the rocket launcher, that's going to be my new baby. Like,
oh yeah, no,
I'm
most
so
definitely.
excited about that.
I do want to give everybody a heads up. We will have one whole episode dedicated to just Destiny and Shadowkeep. I think we'll probably end up doing a before and after. Kind of do one the week before Shadowkeep releases. Kind of go back over the news, because I mean we've got a whole nother month.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's going to be plenty of other stuff that's going to
leak. A month to the day, actually.
Yeah, months to the day, actually, where things are going to leak, things are going to come out. We're going to learn more and more about it. And then we'll probably do one the following week of just going around it. We'll even see if we can get a third guy in here to kind of...
Oh, maybe a fourth. Maybe even a fourth. Maybe make a full fire team out of
Money
this.
doesn't grow on trees, Jeff.
Skype does.
Skype does, you are correct, yes. So what else did we have? New light on top of all the seasonal breakdowns above. Smith clarified what exactly new light players will get for free come October 1st. Crucible updates, strike updates, patrollings on the moon, weapons, things of that nature.
I'm very excited to dedicate a whole episode to this because there's so much involved.
There's a lot involved, yes.
There's a lot of what's coming from the studio, what we're excited about, what we're not excited about, what weapons we want to chase, what activities we're excited about. There's stuff that they don't even talk about.
No, you
everything.
correct.
Like I'm looking at the actual Battle Pass timeline right now, and it's so vague that I don't even understand it. Like, I mean, I still get that, like, at this rank you get this, and at that rank you get that.
Yeah, it's rank 21.
But what is that exotic engram? What's that prime engram? Is it still going to be best of year 2 or your best of year 1 or so there's a lot of questions about Shadowkeep to begin as an overall perspective. Like, there's more questions than answers.
So if you haven't seen the Season of the Undying ranking system here, you have a top portion and a bottom portion, and that's the part I'm a little confused on.
The bottom portion is premium.
So those are for the people that paid the whole $60.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Well, then I like that. For the people who paid the whole $60, each time you rank, you're gonna get something regardless.
Yeah.
Whether it's a cloak if you're a hunter, 25 legendary shards.
But see, that kind of begs the question too: is this pay to win? Like, how good is that exotic? Is it worth me paying the extra $25 to get 25 ranks ahead? How good is that?
I think for as much as we play and as dedicated as we are, yes.
Right,
I do.
But I'm saying, like, so somebody who's coming into Shadowkeep for the first time, this hand, because they already said it's a hand cannon. It's the exotic hand cannon.
Yeah.
With the scope on it and does solar damage. Now, is it worth paying the extra $25 though? You see what I'm saying? Like, can this be technically considered pay to win?
I could see why you would think it would be, or how it could be, but I think that's one of those where it's just a toss up in the air. It just really all just depends on how you look at it.
Right. Let me see how good that gun is first.
Yeah. Let me. If I pay this money and this game sucks, then no, it's not
Right.
pay to win.
Now, this would be, it would be understandable if this was an advertised gun and it was showed off a week ago,
Right.
or at least a couple weeks before Shadowkeep's release.
Right.
And then that way the whole community kind of understands what the gun's about. And then it wouldn't necessarily be pay to win. It would be more of a pay to understand.
Right.
I guess, if that makes sense. But all in all, man, like this whole expansion has me just as excited as I was 4 years ago with Taken King. Like, I'm super amped.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You had to take King. My biggest Destiny
You can find it.
hype.
There you go.
Hype
Oi!
was not Season of the Drifter, but when Forsaken was going to launch.
Season of the Forsaken.
Yeah, Season of the Forsaken.
Season of Cade.
You know, when we knew Cade was going to die and you were going to get his weapon,
Aww.
when you knew you were going to get his Ace of Spades, or when you found out you were going to get a new, not a new light, but a new finisher, you were going to get bows, you were going to get a new gameplay mode.
And that's the saddest thing about that is like the whole, because Cade's been with the series since day one, you know, and there were so many little throwbacks in Destiny 2 after Forsaken. Like, you got the cloak or the class item technically,
right?
And then you got the Sparrow, you got Ace of Spades. You know, it's just a lot of little throwbacks, and you're like, man, this is one of my favorite characters. Like, Cade's my all-time favorite NPC in the entire game, and I just remember after.
I'm kind of biased. I love my own character. I think my character's pretty cool.
That's very biased. I'm talking about NPCs, but spoiler alert, in case you haven't beaten this, after you beat the Forsaken campaign, you go back to the tower. If you look down when you're going to Zavala, there's the hand cannon, like a plaque on the floor. Next time you go to Zavala and to turn something in or whatever, look down, and on the ground there's a Ace of Spades plaque, and that's for Cade.
I didn't know that.
Yep. And it doesn't happen until after you beat the Forsaken campaign.
So when I go to Zavala to turn in my strike coins, I
look
straight down, and there's a plaque down there.
It's probably about 3 meters in front of him, roughly.
That I had no idea.
Yeah.
That is super cool.
And Cade means a lot to this franchise. He really does. And I get it. It was in the interest of, making the story go forward, and Nathan Fillion wanted to pursue other projects. So I'm not mad at it, but every time I see a callback, I get a little upset. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
I remember thinking to myself, I was like, how's it going to continue? Like, you can't. I remember when it came out, I remember telling myself, oh, it's fine. Don't worry. He's going to die. We're just going to get Kate 7. It'll be okay. And then, oh, how wrong I was. I was so wrong.
He ain't coming back. The hunter replacement we got for the Vanguard is going to be Eris and Shadowkeep.
Yeah.
And out of all 3 of them, I would much rather have seen Zavala go. To be honest with you, because Zavala's a little punk bitch, but it is what it is.
He might be a punk bitch, but I hate Ikora.
Really?
She's so fucking whiny.
It's because she looks like Sinead O'Connor.
She's so extra. I can't with Ikora.
She's so extra.
She can't.
She's so extra.
Go away. Zavala's a leader, and he's cool.
Make a long story short, Destiny's about to be in a really good place.
It is.
And I'm super excited for it. And we will dedicate an entire episode to just Destiny stuff. Hopefully we can get a third and maybe a fourth in here, and kind of discuss where we've been, what we're doing now, what we see for in the future, what we're excited about, what we're disappointed about, and make it something super exciting. So
yes.
Stay tuned.
Yes, you are correct on that. Well, I think that about wraps us up here for today.
Yep.
And as we always end it, I think we're going to go eat now.
Yep. Let's go get some food.
Let's get some food. You join us next week. And y'all have a great day.
All right. Toodles.